Hello and welcome to Mr. Randy's Wine and Spirits. I am Mr. Randy, and today we're going to be doing another brew review. If you're new to the channel, hello, welcome, come on in. All my returning viewers, you know how we do, so let's do it to it, shall we? Good to see you coming back. So today's brew review is going to be of the Samuel Adams Cold Snap White Ale. 5.3 alcohol per volume with an IBUs of 10. I'll give you a quick looky-loo of the labels and stuff on the sides. A lot of these things, especially that government warning, don't need any of that. Cold Snap, unfiltered and lively. This crisp white ale gets a kick from a bright blend of smooth spring spices. Thank you, Tim Koch. Anywho, we're gonna break out the tool. We've already got that ready to go, and there we go. Let's go ahead and get this poured, shall we? So if you're new to the channel, Mr. Randy does his brew reviews. It's basically a one and done. I mainly that's not producing enough of a head, but it is what it is, I guess. Mr. Randy does his brew reviews. It's a one shot, 1 kilo, a one and done, if you will. I mainly try and get singles for the reviews, and I go to my not so local Total Wine. They have the best singles selection. There's so many, it's incredible. I'm probably not even a tenth of the way through the selection they have for the singles alone. Now there are some brews out there like the Dos Equis Amber, which I'm gonna just have to break down and buy a 6-pack of that because they don't have them in singles. Don't know why, but the only way I'm gonna get a Dos Equis Amber on the channel for a review is if I buy a 6-pack. I usually try and stay away from that because if I buy it and I don't like it, it's just gonna be bottle shit sitting on the shelf, and you know, that's not cool. Anywho, Samuel Adams Cold Snap, unfiltered white ale, we've covered that. Late winter to early spring. So it's a seasonal, but I imagine that they still sell it for some time after, you know, it's been bottled and whatnot, but they only make it during the winter and early spring. Late winter, early spring. This is a Belgian style using noble hops. We've already covered the IBUs, but for all my calorie counting, carb conscious connoisseurs out there, let's get that part out of the way. So the calorie count on this Cold Snap is 187. The carbs coming in at 13 grams, and it has 5 grams of fat. And I don't have a price on this. What the frack? You're fracking kidding me. Okay, so we've already covered the ABV at 5.3, correct? So I guess we'll just move on. That's kind of a hazy kind of deal there, but it's like more of like a citrusy orange sort of libation. The price on this, I do believe it's under $3. I do know that because the majority of the Samuel Adams is well under $3 in my area, at my local HEBs as well. This was acquired at my Total Wine, not so local Total Wine and Spirits, or Total Wine and More, sorry. On the nose, there is definitely fruity, some citrus. There's some, what is that, pretzel? It's kind of giving me inclinations of pretzel. Maybe like that sweet breadiness that you get off of pretzels, like a salty pretzel. Like popcorn. Really? Popcorn? Yeah, popcorn. It's like it's got, if you take popcorn and you give it a little bit more of that like pretzel-esque kind of like sense to it. It's like popcorn and pretzels, really. It's kind of interesting. Let's go ahead and get it on the palate. Palate is not the same. Palate is more citrus and fruity with a little bit of floral. I'm detecting some coriander and anise. Those are characters you might get off of a good gin. A nice gin will have coriander and anise in it, or at least have those characters coming off of it. It's interesting. It's got a sort of a mellow, I need to get a good word for this. A good mellow, deep richness. It's a hardiness to it that you definitely can pick up in the winter times when temperatures are a lot cooler. It doesn't carry a whole lot of heftiness to it at 5.3%. And the carb count is relatively reasonable at 13, and the calorie is under 200. You usually don't see that many calories with such a low carb count. The bitterness unit is very low, but it does have just enough to give it some unique characteristics to it and sort of give you that note of heftiness to it. It seems more hefty and more heavier than it really is, which makes it a really good cold weather brew libation. It's got a nice thick haziness to it. There is a little bit of citrus peel coming off of it now, and it still has a little bit of like floralness to it. I wouldn't necessarily, it's like between a floral and a bit of a grassy, but there's nothing really earthy to it as well. So it's a little bit on the lighter side when it comes to those characters. If it had earthiness to it, it would feel more grounded, a little more hefty, a little thickness. But go ahead and have a taste. See? So what I'm saying? It's nice. Belgian style white ale, unfiltered. Samuel Adams Cold Snap. If you liked the video, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. If you're not subscribed to the channel yet, go ahead and do yourself a favor. Do that while you're there. That way these videos come right to you, because the algorithm will not suggest my videos to anyone, simply because my subscriber count is incredibly low. They got their algorithms and they do their own favors for themselves. But hey, do yourself a favor. If you like the video, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Finish on this is relatively nice. Not necessarily clean or crisp, but it gives you a little bit of a parting gift, if you will. It's got a little bit of a different sort of flavoring profile on the finish as it leaves you. It's not really dry per se, but it's got a little bit of a warm handshake goodbye kind of thing. And I don't mean that in a heat sense. It's just, it gives you a sort of sense of warmth, and I guess that's why, you know, it's preferred as a nice winter ale. It's relatively nice. It is spring here in San Antonio as I am drinking this, but we are continuing to have relatively nice and lower temperatures, but the weather is sort of dark and rainy sometimes, so we're still good to go with the winter ales, right? Okay, so finish is moderately okay. Nothing too much to worry about there. My score on this, let's score it, shall we? Ooh, I love that it's got a moderately nice low carb count. The bitterness units probably can come up just a little bit, I would say. ABV could always bump that a little bit, 6 maybe, you know. For the price, like I said, I remember it's probably like $2.20 something cents, I think. This was a nice experience. Sam Adams Cold Snap. My score is going to be a strong 3 out of 5. Okay. It doesn't excel in any area, really. It's all relatively midsection kind of thing. Everything's kind of hanging out right down the middle. But I want to pump it up a little bit of the midsection. It's not going to quite cross over into the 4 column. There's a lot of goodness in this bottle. It's just a solid. We'll call it a solid one. My fair price, I'll leave it alone. You'll get it for cheaper if you buy more of them. 6-pack, 12-pack case, what have you. The 18 packs are few and far between these days. Would I buy this again? Maybe next winter. Maybe next late winter, early spring. Might try it again. Might have similar beers as well as from this. But yeah, would I buy this again? Not really, but I would have no qualms in having this again if it was available. Well, there it is. In the comment section, love to know where you're at. What are you drinking? What's going on in the world of libations around you? Have you had the Sam Adams Cold Snap? If you have, let's talk about it in the comment section. And as always, thanks for stopping by here at Mr. Randy's Wine and Spirits. I'm going to go ahead and finish this one off.